And viewers. This morning, we have a forum that's going to be talking about the coronavirus. The coronavirus is a new word in our household, on our jobs, and everywhere we go. That seems to be the conversation that everyone is talking about. Today, we have Lieutenant Terence Glaze from the Toledo Fire Department and Elder Johnnie Willis, who is a chaplain at St. Anne's Hospital. Lieutenant Glaze, how long have you been on the fire department?
This May 11th will be 36 years, ma'am.
Elder Johnnie Willis, how long have you been a chaplain at St. Anne's Hospital?
Overseer, this coming October will be a total of 3 years.
My first question is to Lieutenant Glaze. What do you see being a first responder that we don't see on TV?
Well, I think for myself, I think that this virus itself is dramatically affecting individuals in this country and also here in Lucas County. We need to understand that this virus is a real thing. It's out there and it's affecting families, it's affecting friends, it's affecting colleagues. We need to understand that it is actually a real thing and it's out there.
How does this virus affect you and other firefighters physically and mentally?
I think as far as me personally, how it affects me is, I put the uniform on every third day. I put the uniform on and I go out and I perform my duty. But the stress for me comes in is when I have to come home at the end of my shift. I put my 24 hours in and I come home at the end of my shift and I could potentially be carrying something or carrying the virus back home to my family members. So I think that's the biggest stress I would have to say that most firemen and also first responders and healthcare workers have is not so much getting the virus at work, but it's what could potentially happen if you carry it back home to your family if you're not careful.
Elder Willis, as a chaplain, how has this virus affected you on your job and personally?
The effects that the virus has brought to the job is the restrictions. I'm getting emails daily, updated emails, giving basically a new layout of how we are to serve the patients, the doctors, the nurses. Our job is to provide spiritual support. We no longer have that ability to be able to walk into a room, a patient's room, and have that liberty of being touchable, maybe providing a hug, a general conversation, whether it be just about life or spiritual aspects of what a person may be going through. The tension is very high in the atmosphere, even with our nurses and doctors and people who serve food and people who also may just be cleaning your room. So things are really, really different, and it has an effect on me, not just on my job, but me personally, on how I correspond with different people.
This next question is for both of you. Since Governor DeWine has opened up the state, how will this affect your job? Lieutenant Glaze.
Thank you. Well, I think the fact that they're opening up things now a little bit more, certainly it's going to affect us with our run volume. Our run volume is going to increase as individuals get out there and they start moving around a little bit more. They come in contact with individuals that they wouldn't normally come in contact with when we were kind of shut down or lockdown, those people are going to be more susceptible, or they're going to increase their chance of having contact with the virus. So our run volume is going to increase. I think that the important thing for us to do is continue to do those things that we've done to flatten out the curve. We need to continue to do our social distancing. We need to continue to wear the masks that our politicians have asked us to wear. We need to do those things that are going to protect us or shield us or lower the chance that we are going to get that we have the potential to get the virus. So if we continue to do those things, I think that we'll be all right. The more that they open things up to the public.
Elder Willis?
I'll just piggyback off of Lieutenant Glaze. It's just being aware, being very cautious, taking personal interest in your surroundings, who you come in contact with. My job is still going to be the same, but yet still I must maintain personal awareness that I don't want to cause any type of harm by picking up the virus and spreading it to someone else. So just maintaining that thought in your mind to still be cautious and careful as the summertime arrives and as we go through these different seasons until they're able to come up with a vaccine. Just be mindful.
Lieutenant Glaze, what one thing do you want our viewers to remember about the COVID-19?
The virus, man. I think that the one thing that I'd like to stress before I leave this interview is that regardless of the fact of what's going on, we're in this thing together. Each and every single one of us, we should take a selfless approach to what's going on right now. We need to understand that if we don't utilize or do the things that they are asking us to do to protect ourselves, not only is it going to affect us as an individual or our families, it's going to affect someone else's family. So when we don't respect the distancing, when we don't wear the mask when we're out in public, you may not have the virus, but you may be carrying the virus. And you could potentially give that to someone, and you could drastically impact that person's life. And we need to understand that. So that's what I mean when I say we need to take a selfless approach. We need to think outside of ourselves. And what we need to do is we need to put ourselves in other people's shoes. The virus may not bring misery upon our family, but we could potentially be bringing misery to someone else's family. So I think that's the one thing that I want to stress here. Just be mindful of other people.
Elder Willis, what one thing do you want our viewers to remember?
Overseer, one of the things that I have to deal with is when families lose a loved one. That's one of the things I have to be strong for the family and kind of guide them through a spiritual moment where they may need support. And one of the things that I've run into, and I hope this doesn't sound insensitive, but I want us to be more proactive opposed to reactive. And that is understanding the wishes of your loved one that is transitioning or is leaving this world. Now that we have this time to spend with family members, find out what the wishes are of your loved ones, of your family members. That way, you know exactly what is needed to carry on their legacy if and when their time comes to leave this world. So have that conversation so that everybody's on the same page and you're able to enjoy the moment while you're able to live through this new normalness that we have to live through.
I would like to thank both of you for your comments. Friendship family, stay safe, Stay at home. We are in this together.